Class with Master T Art class. Here we want to solve some problem involving sort. Let's consider question number 1 here. We have to simplify 1 divided by 1 minus 2 root 3. And in this problem, we have to rationalize this particular sort. It means we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. And this becomes 1 times 1 plus 2 root, then divided by, also multiply this by its conjugate. That is, we have 1 minus 2 root 3 multiplied by 1 plus 2 root 3. Then, next step here, we simplify further. And we expand this bracket. 1 open this bracket is still same thing as 1 plus 2 root 3. Then divided by, here this conjugate sort follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open bracket, a plus b, which you can express as a square minus b square. We call this difference of two squares. Here, a is standing as 1. We have 1 square minus b square, that's 2 root 3 or square. That is, here we have 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by 1 square is 1 and minus 2 square. Here the square affect 2 and root 3. And 2 square, that's 4 times root 3 square, that's 3. We have 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by 1 minus 4 times 3, that's 12. Then this becomes 1 plus 2 root 3 over 1 minus 12, that's minus 11. And separate this and we have 1 over minus 11 plus 2 root 3 over minus 11. That is, we can write it as minus 1 over 11. Then plus over minus, also minus, as minus 2 over 11, then root 3. So here we have this as a simplified form of this given problem. Okay, so let's look at another question from here. And we label this as question number 2. Please give a thumbs up and share this video so that it will reach more audience. Thank you. From here, question number 2. This, well, we have simplified 2 divided by root 2 plus root 5. From here also, we rationalize this sort, multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. That is, here 2 times root 2 minus root 5, which is a conjugate sort here, divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate sort, that's root 2 plus root 5 times also root 2 minus root 5. That is, we simplify further here. And 2 multiplying this, we can still leave this as 2 times root 2 minus root 5, since it's just a constant number multiplying, then divided by. This also follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open bracket, a minus b, which we can write as a square minus b square. This a here is 2, we have root 2 square, then minus b is root 5, we have root 5 square. That is, next step we have same thing here, 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5, close brackets, then divided by root 2 square, that's 2, minus root 5 square, that's 5. That is, we have is becoming 2 times root 2 minus root 5, then divided by 2 minus 5 minus 3. And we can see write it as minus 2 into bracket root 2 minus root 5 all over 3. Or we can say this is minus 2 over 3 multiplied by root 2 minus root 5. So here we have this as a simplified form of this given solved problem. Okay, so let's look at another question here. We label this as question number 3. Here is as number 3 here. And also we are to simplify 1 divided by 1 plus root 2. Now we rationalize this so that way, multiplying the numerator and denominator by conjugate sort of the denominator. That is, this become 1 times 1 minus root 2, then divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate. That's 1 plus root 2 multiplied by also 1 minus root 2. Then also we simplify further. 1 times this is taken as 1 minus root 2. Then divided by, this also follows when we have a plus b into brackets, open bracket, a minus b. This is same thing as a squared minus b squared. This here we have 1 squared minus root 2 squared, which implies this becomes 1 minus root 2 divided by 1 square is 1 minus root 2 square, that's 2. This here we have 1 minus root 2 divided by 1 minus 2, that's minus 1. Also, you can separate this into 2 fractions, and we have 1 over minus 1, then minus root 2 over minus 1. 1 over minus 1, same thing as minus 1. Then minus over minus is plus. Root 2 over 1, that's root 2. Or we can write it, and we have root 2 minus 1. That is, here we have this as the simplified form of this given solved problem. You are watching us live here at Master Team at class. So give a thumbs up and watch to the end to enjoy this class maximally. If you are joining us for the first time, also subscribe. Then let's look at another question here. So an interesting one. And we label this as question 4. Also simple one. You have to simplify 1 divided by 3 minus root 2. Also here we rationalize this sort by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. Here we have 1 times 3 minus root 2, then divided by, also multiply this by the conjugate. Sorry, the conjugate is now plus because we have minus here, so conjugate become plus. Also multiply this by the conjugate, and we have 3 minus root 2 multiplying by also 3 plus root 2. At this here, one multiplying this, we still have 3 plus root 2, then divided by, these are also conjugate, so when we have a minus b into brackets, open brackets, a plus b. This is same thing as a squared minus b squared. That is, here we have 3 squared minus root 2 squared, which implies we have 3 plus root 2 divided by 3 squared, that's 9, minus root 2 squared, that's 2. That is, here we have 3 plus root 2 over 9 minus 2, 7. Separate this into 2 fractions. You can say this is 3 over 7. plus root 2 over 7. Or we can say this is 3 over 7 plus 1 over 7 root 2. So that is that. Or we can say 1 over 7 into brackets 3 plus root 2. So whichever one. We have this now as a simplified form of this given problem. Then also we look at another question here, and we label this question as question number 5. So an interesting one, and a simple one as well. That is, we have to simplify 55 divided by 2 root 5 minus 3. 2 root 5 minus 3. Also here we rationalize this sort. Multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate surd of the denominator. That is here, you can say this is 55 multiplied by conjugate surd here, that's 2 root 5 plus 3. Also multiplying this by its conjugate surd. That is, we have 2 root 5 minus 3 times 2 root 5 plus 3. That is, now, when we simplify, 55 multiplying this, you can still write it as 55 times 2 root 5 plus 3. Then divided by, here, also following the difference of 2 square, a minus b into bracket, open bracket, a plus b, which you can write as a square minus b square. That is, a here is now 2 root 5. We have 2 root 5 whole square minus b is 3, that's 3 square. That is, here we can say we have 55 multiplied by 2 root 5 plus 3, then divided by the square here we affect 2 and root 5, and 2 square is 4, times root 5 square is 5, then minus 3 square, that's 9. At this we have 55 into bracket 2 root 5 plus 3 divided by 4 times 5, that's 20, then minus 9. At this here we have 55 multiplied by 2 root 5 plus 3 divided by 20 minus 9, that's 11. And we can reduce this and say 11 goes here 1, and 11 goes into 5, that's 5. That is, here we have 5 into bracket 2 root 5 bracket. So this, here we have this as a simplified form of the given sort problem. All right, now let's consider another one here. We call this number 6, which is also an interesting question here. And also, here we have to simplify 1 divided by 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3. Now, when we rationalize this surd, multiplying the numerator and denominator by the conjugate surd of the denominator, here we have 1 times 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3, and divided by, also multiplying this by the conjugate, that is, we have 3 root 2 minus 2 root 3, multiplying by, also 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3. Then, when we solve this further, 1 times this is the same thing as 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by, these are also conjugate, so when we have a minus b bracket open bracket, a plus b, which you can write as a square minus b square. And this a is 3 root 2, we have 3 root 2 all square minus 2 root 3 also all square. That is, this becomes 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by the square here affect 3. 3 square, that's 9 times. Also affect root 2 square, that's 2 minus. Also the square affect 2. 2 square 4 times root 3 square, that's 3. And here we have 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by 9 times 2, 18 minus 4 times 2, 12. Then here we have, this becomes 3 root 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by 18 minus 12. We have 6. And also we separate this and we can write it as 3 over 6 times root 2 plus 2 over 6 also times root 3. And this, when we reduce this, we can say this is 1 over 2 root 2 plus, here we have 1 over 3 root 3. So this here now, we have this as the simplified form of the given surge problem. Okay, so you are watching us live here at Master Tima class. Do it to subscribe and also give your thumbs up and watch this video to the end. Also, let's look at another interesting solve problem here. And we also to simplify. Call this number 7. We have to simplify or evaluate 1 divided by 2 plus root 3, then plus also 1 divided by 2 minus root 3. Now when we consider this, we have two fractions being added together. Now, the way we solve fraction here is applicable. You can find the SCM. SCM for this here is the multiplication of these two. So as you can say 2 plus root 3 multiplying by 2 minus root 3. And here, when 2 plus root 3 goes here, it remains 2 minus root 3. And 2 minus 3, 3 times 1, consider as 1 times 2 minus root 3. Then plus. Also, 2 minus root 3 goes here, remain 2 plus root 3. And 2 plus root 3 times 1, that's 1 times 2 plus root 3. Then, from here, when we simplify, when we open this bracket, we have 2 minus root 3, then plus. Also, when we open this bracket, we have 2 plus root 3. Then divided by, these are also conjugate surds. This one we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets, a minus b. And I express this as a square minus b square. That is, here we have 2 square minus root 3 square. That is, here we have minus root 3 plus root 3. This will cancel each other. And we are left with 2 plus 2 up divided by 2 square is 4 minus root 3 square 3. And 2 plus 2, 4 over 4 minus 3, 1. And 4 over 1, that's 4. So then, the simplified form of the given solved problem here is equals to 4. All right. Now, let's consider another one here. I will call this as number 8 in this class. So simple and interesting one. That is, that we evaluate 1 plus root 3 divided by 1 minus root 3. Also, when we rationalize this such, we multiply and divide by conjugates of the denominator. Here this becomes 1 plus root 3 multiplied by the conjugates of the also 1 plus root 3, then divided by, also here multiply this by conjugate. We have 1 minus root 3 also times 1 plus root 3. Then this becomes, we have same thing inside this bracket. When same thing multiplying, just like when we have a times a, which can be expressed as a squared. This also can be written as 1 plus root 3 all square, then divided by, this also follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open bracket, a plus b, which is a square minus b square. Also this is 1 square minus root 3 square. Then next step, the expansion up here follows when we have a plus b all square, which can be written as a square plus b square plus 2ab. That is here, this becomes 1 square plus root 3 square plus 2 times 1 times root 3, which is divided by 1 square is 1 minus root 3 square, that's 3. Then this becomes, here 1 square, also that's 1 plus root 3 square 3, then plus 2 times 1 times root 3, that's also 2 root 3, then divided by 1 minus 3 minus 2. That is, here we have 1 plus 3, that's 4, then plus 2 root 3 all over minus 2. And when we separate this into two fractions, we have 4 over minus 2 plus 2 root 3 also over minus 2. That is, 4 over minus 2 is minus 2. Then plus over minus is minus. 2 cancel each other. And we have minus root 3. And when we factor minus out, we can say this is minus into bracket 2 plus root 3. That is, here we have this as a simplified form of the given solved problem. Alright, you are watching us live here at Master T Math Class. So do it to give a thumbs up and share this video. And thank you for connecting and for subscribing. Now let's consider another one. And we label this particular question as number 9. So it's also simple and interesting one. So we have to simplify 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. That is, here, when we rationalize this, multiply numerator and denominator by conjugate surd of denominator. That is, here, what we have become 1 times root 3 minus 1. Then divide by, also multiply this by the conjugate, that's root 3 plus 1 times also root 3 minus 1. Then from here, we simplify this. And when one multiply this, we still have same thing as root 3 minus 1, then divided by, these are also conjugate, so when we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets, a minus b, expressed as a square minus b square. This here we have root 3 square minus 1 square. Then this becomes root 3 minus 1 over root 3 square, that's 3, minus 1 square 1. That is, here we have root 3 minus 1 all over 2. So we can decide to leave our answer this way, or we can say this is 1 over 2 into bracket root 3 minus 1. So that is that. And we have this as also the simplified form of the given problem. Let's look at the next question here. Should be number 10 in this class. We have to Also evaluate 3 minus 2 root 2 divided by 3 plus 2 root 2. When we rationalize this surd, here we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate surd of the numerator. That is, here we have 3 minus 2 root 2 times the conjugate surd here is also 3 minus 2 root 2. Then divide by, multiply this also by conjugate surd. You have 3 plus 2 root 2 multiplied by 3 minus 2 root 2. Then up here, you have same thing inside that bracket. When same thing multiplying like a times a, which you can express as a squared. Also, here we can express as 3 minus 2 root 2 all squared. Then divided by, this also follows difference of two squares when we have a plus b into brackets, open bracket, a minus b. This is a square minus b square. That is, a here is 3, that's 3 square, minus b is 2 root 2, that's 2 root 2 all squared. Then the expansion here also follows when we have a minus b all square. Here we can express this as a square plus b square minus 2ab. At this here, this gives us 3 square plus 2 root 2 all square, then minus 2 times 3 times 2 root 2 divided by, here 3 square, that's 9, minus 2 square here affect 2. 2 square 4 times root 2 square as well, that's 2. That is, solving further here, 3 square 9 plus square here affect 2 as well and affect root 2. 2 square 4 times root 2 square 2 minus 2 times 3 times 2, that's 12. That's 12 root 2. Then over here we have 9 minus 4 times 2, that's 8. That is, this becomes 9 plus also 4 times 2, 8 minus 12 root 2 all over 9 minus 1, that's 9 minus 8, 1. And this becomes 9 plus 8, that's 17 minus 2 root 2 over 1. We still have same thing as 17 minus 12 root 2. So here we have this as a simplified form of this given sort problem. All right. Now let's consider another one, which is also an interesting one in this particular class. We want to label this as question number 11. This is also an interesting question on this particular sort problem. So we label this as number 11. And we are to evaluate also 2 root 5 plus 2, then divided by 3 root 5 plus 2. So rationalize this sort as well. I'm multiplying the numerator and denominator by the conjugate sort of the denominator. That is, here we have 2 root 5 plus 2 multiplied by the conjugate sort. Here we have 3 root 5 minus 2, also divided by, multiply this by the conjugate, that's 3 root 5 plus 2 multiplied by, also we have 3 root 5 minus 2. That is, here, this bracket, we have different thing there. It's not the same. So we can expand. That's the way we expand bracket. 2 root 5 will first multiply. 2 root 5 times 3 root 5. That gives us 6. Because 2 times 3 is 6. 5 root 5 times root 5, 5. And 6 times 5, that gives us 30. Then 2 root 5 times minus 2. That gives us minus 4 root 5. Then 2, we multiply next. So 2 open this bracket as well. So we have plus 6 root 5, then minus 4. Plus times minus give us minus. So divided by, these are also conjugate sort. When we have a plus b into brackets, open brackets, a minus b. This is a square minus b square. Here we have 3 root 5 or square minus 2 square. That is, solving further here, we can bring 30 minus 4. 30 and minus 4. 30 minus 4, that's 26. Minus 4 plus 6 root 5. Opposite are similar sort. That will give us plus 2 root 5. Then divided by, yeah, this square affect 3. 3 square is 9. Times also root 5 square, that's 5. Minus 2 square, that's 4. That is, yeah, we have 26 plus 2 root 5 divided by 9 times 5. That's 45 minus 4. That is, here we have 26 plus 2 root 5 over 45 minus 4. That gives us 41. So, if anything goes here, we leave it, but nothing. We can just say this is 26 over 41 plus 2 over 41 times root 5. So here we have this as a simplified form of this particular given solved problem. All right. I believe you are enjoying this class, so why not subscribe to Master T Math class and also share this video and give a thumbs up. Okay. So now let's look at another question here. Label this as question number 12. So we call this question number 12. Also, we are able to evaluate 3. That's okay. 2 root 6 plus 1 divided by also 3 root 6 minus 1. We rationalize this sort as well, multiplying the numerator and denominator by conjugate sort of denominator. So this here we have 2 root 6 plus 1 times, here we have 3 root 6 plus 1 as a conjugate here, divided by also 3 root 6 minus 1 times 3 root 6 plus 1. Then also we expand this bracket. 2 root 6 we first multiply. 2 times 3, 6. Root 6 times root 6, also 6. 6 times 6, that's 36. 2 root 6 also multiply 1. That gives us 2 root 6. Then 1 we also open. That means we have plus 3 root 6, then plus 1, which is divided by, this also follows when we have a minus b into brackets, open bracket, a plus b, which can be expressed as a square minus b square. That is, a here is 3 root 6, we have 3 root 6 all square minus 1 square. That is here, 36 plus 1, that gives us 37 plus 2 plus 3, that's 5. Root 6 over, the square here affect 3. 3 square 9 times. Also root 6 square, that's 6, minus 1 square, that's 1. That is, yeah, we have 37 plus 5 root 6 over 9 times 6, that's 54, minus 1. And this becomes 37 plus 5 root 6 over 54 minus 1, that's 53. Or we can rewrite it as 37 over 53 plus 5 over 53 times root 6. That is, here we have this also as a simplified form of this given solved problem. All right. Then, let's look at another interesting one here, which is very simple one, an interesting one. We label this as number 13. Then, we have to evaluate root 2 over 2 root 2 minus 3. When we rationalize this, also we multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate surd of the denominator. Here we have root 2 times the conjugate surd here, that's 2 root 2 plus 3, then divided by. So multiply this by the conjugate. We have 2 root 2 minus 3 times also 2 root 2 plus 3. This 2 root 2 plus 3. Then, now, we can open this bracket with root 2. And root 2 times 2 root 2, that gives us 4. Then plus 3 root 2. Then divided by this also follows when we have a minus b, two brackets, open bracket a plus b, which is a square minus b square. Here we have 2 root 2 all square minus 3 square. That is, here we have 4 plus 3 root 2 divided by this square will affect 2. 2 squared as 4 times. Also affect root 2. Root 2 squared as 2 minus 3 squared as 9. Then this becomes 4 plus 3 root 2 over 4 times 2, 8 minus 9. That is, here we have 4 plus 3 root 2 over 8 minus 9, that's minus 1. We separate this now into two fractions. And write it as 4 over minus 1 plus 3 root 2 over minus 1. That is, here this becomes minus 4, then plus over minus, also minus, then minus 3 root 2. If you like, we can bring minus out and we say minus into bracket 4 plus 3 root 2. That is, we have this now as also the simplified form of this given solved problem. And thank you for watching us live here at Master Tima class. And don't forget these steps. You can follow us by subscribing so as not to miss out. This is the best mathematics channel out there that you will ever come across. So don't miss out on our uploads and join us in our next live class. And see you next class. Bye for now.